does this impact the way that we look at the global markets, the UK market, the European market at all? Or is this just a political moment in history which won't alter the financial and economic landscape?
Well, in my opinion, it actually does alter the political and economic landscape, but in many ways it already has done that by inflicting the uncertainty, which is that it breaks up the union, the very strong union between the UK and the EU at a time when the United States is also taking a very isolationist approach. So the way that it impacts really is through kind of geopolitical and bilateral methods as opposed to directly through markets. Although it will impact markets, it will drive up inflation over time. The expectation of Brexit is that if you had a hard Brexit, it would drive up inflation in the UK, and it would be not beneficial. Tariffs in the United States are going to drive up inflation in the United States. So this does have a long-term impact. Yeah. All of these sort of countries separating and going it alone is not necessarily beneficial in the long run.
Yeah, and that's why I think our viewers here in the States care. They say, okay, this is a political moment. Well, Brexit is a global economic moment. Remember, the European Union economy is effectively the same size as the United States as a group. All the EU nations together are roughly the same size as us, and now the UK wants to go. A hard Brexit, as they say, a no-deal Brexit, is now more likely. Does that mean we have to be a little more cautious, maybe a little more likely to buy U.S. treasuries, dip out of the risk-on world of equities because of this?
Yes. In fact, I would say that probably over the last decade or so, there's been somewhat of a safety premium in that although we have had, various wars, we have not had real kind of geopolitical turmoil in a very, very long time. And that has kind of created this continued safety in addition to financial repression, which has also helped continue to drive up the appetite for risk and drive down the return you're getting for that risk. So it has an enormous impact on long-term expectations.